How much XRP should you own? So I just thought this article was interesting. I wanted to share, and this is just my opinion of how much, I think you should own if you're really wanting to make some money and you really, kind of believe in XRP and the technology behind it and Ripple, and everything. And even kind of for me, how much should I own, or how much do I want to own? But yeah, this article says experts say XRP holders who didn't sell won't be able to comprehend the wealth ahead. I hope so. Unimaginable wealth awaits XRP holders. Blah, blah, blah. You get down here. So this is what I thought was really interesting. What price will make you rich? Notably, while XRP boasts a market cap of 130 billion, roughly, the XRP holder spectrum is dominated by retail investors holding fewer than 500 XRP tokens in their wallets. Specifically, out of 6.61 million XRP wallets, 5.36 million addresses hold 500 XRP or fewer. Also, 1.1 million wallets hold between 500 and 25,000 XRP tokens. If the price were to reach $100 per coin, which is, I just did a video talking kind of about that, and that's a realistic price for me, $100, and maybe in the next 5 years, but by 2030. But you can go watch that video if you want to know more about that. Those holding 25,000 tokens would be looking at 2.5 million. However, for those holding fewer than 500 tokens, who are the majority, this price point may not change their financial story significantly. So, I mean, even if you held 500 tokens, $100 per token is $50,000. Which to you, I mean that still is a good amount of money, right? It's maybe not something like that would build generational wealth, or that would change your financial story, to a huge degree, but it still is, that's an amazing return. So just to get into it, how much XRP should you hold? Again, this is just a personal opinion, but I would say 1,000 tokens. So because if it goes to $100, it's $100,000, which is still not anything crazy. It still is an amazing amount of money, right? That's still a lot of money, but and it's more than $50,000. Where again, depending on your situation, is $50,000 a lot, or is $100,000, is $2.5 million a lot? But I would say, if most hold 500 tokens or more, and before it hits $100, because a lot will happen before that, they probably will sell. Even if you hold 500, it will be $50,000 if XRP would were to reach $100 per token. But for me, I'm like, let's get that into the 6 digits, right? Let's just make it simple. 1,000 tokens, $100 per token, $100,000. And I think at the recording of this video, XRP is still around the $2.20 mark. So what would that be? That would be, if you want 1,000 tokens, would be $2,200, right? If my math is correct. Don't do math in public. Help. But that's where I'm like, how much should you hold? My opinion, nice round big number, 1,000 tokens. That would put you in the 6 figures if it reached $100. And it would kind of, where to say, majority, blah, blah, yeah, between 500 and 25. So if you hold over 500, you're out of the majority. But most people, I don't think hold a significant amount. I think they hold maybe 50 XRP, or maybe they hold 100 or something, and they're thinking, and they're seeing these articles, it's like $10,000, and they're thinking, wow, if I hold 100 XRP and it goes $10,000, that's $1 million, right? Which I think is, with the majority, usually in my experience and being in the financial markets and investing stuff, it's the majority doesn't win, right? It's not the majority wins. It's the smart money, or it's the whales, people that hold, people have a plan, kind of long-term investors, right? Because over time the market usually goes up. And so yeah, I'm like, I mean, even 500, if you have 500 tokens, and it goes to $100 per token, yeah, that's great. If it goes to 10,000, that's amazing. But and I think before it would hit 10,000, people are going to sell, right? You're not going to hold until then, unless you're really just like, I'm just going to kind of forget it, but put money in, forget about it, and, just wait. And maybe you won't even be able to, you might have to pass it down to your kids, or, if you have that, or give it to someone, and it might not be in our lifetime, you never know. But, yep, just wanted to make a quick kind of video sharing my opinion of how much XRP should you hold. 1,000 tokens, I'm going to say 1,000 tokens. Yeah. Because again, if it goes to $100, which I think is very possible, again, I just did a video about that, is you just cleared 6 figures right there. Where if you only had 500, you got $50,000, still good, but not good enough maybe. But again, it's up to your plan, your financials, all that. So do what you want. It's your life. Don't really listen to me. But yep, that's my opinion. 1,000 XRP tokens. $100. $100 a pop. $100 a token. Maybe one day. But yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and catch you on the next one. Peace.